Welcome back to the Untouchaballs podcast. Caden and Evan here, bringing you our weekly pick'em episode. Evan, how we doing today, man?
Tremendous, man. Yourself?
Hey, pretty good over here too. Not great, for us in NFL last week where we had all 8 games the same and our best bet the same. We go 3-5 on the main picks, and we lose our best bet of the Seahawks minus 13.5. Not even
Close.
it wasn't even close, and we're like, okay, if they're not going to cover for us, at least Phil go win the game.
No, yeah. That's what we're saying. We're like,
Yeah.
At that point, I was like, let's just see Philip Rivers get an NFL win here. That'd be like a movie setting there.
Yeah.
But he didn't. So
He didn't.
Worst outcome.
Yeah, so it was just pointless. So, yeah, we both went 3-6. That brings now in NFL, Evan is 56-66-1 with his best bet sitting at 4-5. I'm 58-64-1 with my best bet sitting at 5-4. So we're both bad at NFL right now, Dwyer. We still got a couple more weeks to pick it up. And we do have college to talk about this week as the college football playoffs do start this Friday night. So we're going to kick it off with that game first as we have the 8-9 matchup as the Alabama Crimson Tide are going to be going on the road to take on the Oklahoma Sooners, where Alabama is a 1.5-point favorite.
Caden, we saw this matchup already earlier in the year, and we saw Oklahoma come up on top. And I'm gonna be riding with Oklahoma here, and this will be my best bet. We're starting off with my best bet, first bet. I just don't think this Alabama team is that good. I think we saw Georgia just absolutely expose them. Can't run the football. They really can't run the football at all, and it really showed against that team. And Oklahoma's been playing a lot of tight games, man. Their defense has held teams pretty down pretty consistently. They held them to 21 points their first outing, but at home, I don't see Alabama coming in and taking this game. I don't.
It's going to be close. I'm trying to look. Because it definitely makes it interesting, especially if Jam Miller can come back for Alabama. He is their number one running back, and he does help in that running game a lot. This is going to be a tight game. I mean, we saw in that first matchup, really Alabama should have won that game. They lost by 2 points at home and outgained them by over 200 yards. It was just that pick six that Ty Simpson threw that ended up costing them there. And I do think we kind of see a similar game here. It's going to be close throughout, but I do think Alabama, even though this one is on the road, is going to come in, win this game, be able to cover that 1.5. It's tough to beat a team twice. I don't think Oklahoma has it in them to do it here on Friday night, so I'm rolling with the Crimson Tide. Right. Next game we got on Saturday morning is the Miami Hurricanes. They will be going on the road to take on the Texas A&M Aggies, where the Aggies are a 3-point favorite.
Caden, this is interesting to me, man. This is a really interesting matchup for me. I picked A&M over Texas 2 weeks ago as my best bet, and I'm going to be going against them here in this one. They just play a lot of close games when it comes to good competition, and it's 3.5 points, correct?
3 even.
3 even? Yeah, man, they just play a lot of tight games, and I just feel like Miami's kind of riding. Like, a lot of people thought Notre Dame should be in over them, and I feel like they're still a
BYU.
BYU's another. Yeah, there's just a couple teams. People are like, why is Miami here? Maybe is it? I think this is a very winnable game for Miami. A&M, man, it's just the record. They're good, but man, I don't know how they're going to play. I mean, Miami, I feel is like the best team they've played. I think Miami's a better team than Texas. I do, and Texas pretty much stomped A&M that last matchup. So, Miami here.
Yeah, A&M really didn't have a lot of tough games on their schedule this year. Like, they beat Notre Dame earlier in the season, and then they lost to Texas. Those were their big games. They played the bottom 7 teams besides Texas in the SEC when it came to SEC play this year. Obviously, you can only play your schedule. But even so, I do want to point out, Dwyer, I do remember you were down on this Miami Hurricanes team start the year under the 9.5 wins. And now look at them as a playoff team. Even though they really should not be there with the loss to Louisville, loss to SMU. They're not that good of a football team. And I know Texas A&M hasn't played anyone. Miami's not that good, though. Carson Beck, I think, is going to find an interception or two. And that's going to lead to the Aggies at home in College Station being able to win this game, cover the 3. Next matchup we got is actually a game we saw earlier this season already. The Tulane Green Wave are going to be going on the road to take on the Ole Miss Rebels, where the Rebels are a 17.5-point favorite. And earlier in the year, they won by, I believe it was 42-10 at home.
Obviously, it's going to be a lot different this matchup
Oh,
here.
yeah.
No Lane Kiffin here for Ole Miss, which is going to be interesting. You're going to have a new coach. I mean, who is it? Probably who do you know who's taking over?
I forget off the top of my head. It's either the quarterback's coach or the old OC. It's one of those two.
So yeah, I mean that's going to be different. But with that said, I still like Ole Miss in this one, Caden. It's just they're a better football team, and I feel like they're going to be motivated to just kind of just prove their old coach wrong. I mean, I get Tulane's your squad; they were your squad from day one, but I think it's a first round exit for them.
Hey, I also think it's a first round exit for Tulane. 17.5 just seems like a little too much in my eyes. It just 7.5, 17.5. My bad. Just that's over a 3-score. I mean, it's a 3-score game. I think Tulane can keep this within 2 scores throughout. Their defense, I think, is going to be able to slow down. I know this Ole Miss offense is very good, but I think they're going to be able to slow them down a little bit, limit them under 40 points. And then Tulane, I think, is going to be able to do a little more offensively than they did in the first matchup. Put up more than 10 points. Red Slav, a lot more, obviously, in tune with this squad now. They just coming off the big American Championship win over North Texas where they stifled that offense. And I think they can do a little bit of that in this one. Slow down Ole Miss, be able to cover that 17.5. But yeah, sadly, Dwyer, I'm with you. I do think it's a first-round exit for the Green Wave. Now, though, let's talk about your preseason pick and the James Madison Dukes, Dwyer.
Yes,
They will be going on the road against the Oregon Ducks because we got our chaos scenario. It was beautiful. Oregon is a 21-point favorite in this one, though, at Eugene.
Yeah, Caden, I'm going to keep it short and simple this one. Oregon, man. Give me them. I love James Madison. They were my pick. They're probably will be my best pick I'll ever make ever on this podcast. Plus $100,000 or something.
Dude, yeah.
I'll never have anything near that again. But, I mean, I don't think James Madison's in the same realm as Oregon, I don't think Oregon's a very, I don't think it's, the powerhouse. I don't think they're, top whatever in the rankings of the final teams here. But we've seen this offense put it up on teams, and, I mean, James Madison is a different beast, man, So give me Oregon here.
Yeah. Dwyer, this is my lock of the week. We're going to have one college game the same out of this 4.
Good.
Because, yeah, Oregon, they have a sour taste after how they got knocked out. Perfect season ended against Ohio State last year in the playoffs. You're coming in now, you get a home playoff game against James Madison. I mean, we saw basically a matchup like this a couple years back where that year Liberty went 13-0 and Caden Salter was over there playing great. They went and played Oregon in their bowl game. Just got absolutely demolished. That's what we're going to see here. It's cool we saw James Madison make the playoff. The chaos scenario was beautiful. The Duke walk off in overtime, but Oregon's going to come in, dominate this game, cover that 21.
Yeah.
Now, though, Dwyer, let's get on to our NFL slate, where on Thursday night we have a huge game, as the LA Rams are going to be going on the road against the Seattle Seahawks, where the Rams are a 1.5-point favorite.
This is for the 1 seed, right, Caden? Pretty sure.
Right now, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, we saw that first matchup in LA. We saw the Rams take the win there. Seattle, though, I've been harping on it all week, man, all month, really all season. I've been such a Seattle guy, and I'm going to keep with it here. I think them at home, I think they're a better team at home for sure. I think they're one of the toughest teams to play at home, even though we saw them last week against the Colts kind of struggle. But I don't know, football's such a week-to-week thing, and I feel it's going to be tough for the Rams to go in there and take this game against Seattle. I really do. So give me Seattle all the way here.
That is compelling, but also when Sam Darnold plays the Rams, he goes back to Jets' version of Sam Darnold. We saw it in the playoffs last year with the Vikings. We saw it earlier this year in LA. Sam Darnold sees ghosts when it comes to the LA Rams. And I think that's going to happen when you get him on nationally televised football Thursday night for the 1 seed, kind of like last year when week 17 for the 1 seed against the Lions. Darnold's going to collapse. He's not that guy. The Rams are the best team in football in my eyes. They're going to come in, win this game, take another game lead on the division and for that 1 seed. Now let's get on to our Saturday games because for some reason we have Saturday games the same day as college football playoffs.
No sense.
Doesn't make any sense to me, but we have an afternoon game, and that one is the Philadelphia Eagles going on the road against the Washington Commanders, where the Eagles are a 6.5-point favorite.
Caden, it's been really weird for the Eagles. Remember that last year with Jason Kelsey, how they started off so hot and they completely fizzled out. It just feels like they're on that same track right now. I know they had a dominating win against the Raiders last week, but I think the Raiders are the worst team in the NFL, and that's pretty much almost a given. And I mean, we saw this team kind of get back together last week. I think that could be a good morale booster for them. Eagles fans are just crazy, man. They literally, if they don't score a touchdown, they're mad. They're mad with field goals. They just are nuts, man. But they're hardcore. I love it. But with that said, I'm taking the Eagles here. Commanders, sounds like Jaden Daniels is out for the year. I mean, they just aren't a great offense. Brutal defense. I think Eagles take care of business here.
That's simple. Commander, brutal defense, okay-ish offense. Eagles better offensively, way better defensively. They're going to come in on the road. They're going to win, cover the 6.5. It really shouldn't be much of a competition. This was almost my lock of the week. I have another game I like a little bit more, but this was very close to being my lock of the week. And now on Saturday night, big one in the NFC North, as the Green Bay Packers are going on the road against the Chicago Bears, where the Packers are a 1.5-point favorite.
Oh, man. You know how I took the Packers last time around? It's so compelling, You're just like...
The Bears looked good last week, though.
Yeah, and
they finally didn't have a one-score game against a bad team.
Yeah, and it was a good defense. Probably the one of the best top 3 defense in the league they did against, too. And it was extremely cold here in Chicago. It was negatives weather, so it was impressive to see. And I mean, man, Parsons out for the year with a torn ACL. You're like, geez, how do you not pick the Bears here? They're dogs at home. I got to go Bears. You have to. I mean, they look the best they can. Packers coming off a tough loss against the Broncos, which we called last week. That should have been our lock. I don't know why we didn't call that. And
because we like the Seahawks.
Yeah, we love the Seahawks. We did love the Seahawks. But with that said, man, yeah, give me the Bears here. Bear down.
Bear down, baby. They're going to win this game, take another game up in the division. Because, I mean, I can't lie. This Bears team is this is a good football team, which is crazy to say about Bears football. It's better than it was to start the year. To start the year, they're winning games, and it's how are they winning games? They're not good, and they have a negative point differential. They're starting to look a lot better over these last couple weeks. Their defense is looking better, and the offense, like you said, they stepped up in freezing cold weather against one of the better defenses in football, in the Browns, and they were able to put up points. Packers now, without Parsons, their defense is not great, especially now without one of the best just defensive players in football in Micah Parsons. So I think the Bears are going to be able to put up points, and Love might, I bet Love does the same. I just think the Bears are going to end up winning this at home at Soldier Field on Saturday night, cover that 1.5. Now moving on to our Sunday slate. We got one atop the NFC South, the worst division in football.
By far.
As the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going on the road against the Carolina Panthers, where the Bucs are a 3-point favorite.
Okay, and I'm going to start off. I'm going with the Bucs here. It'd just be absolute chaos if this Panthers team makes the playoffs. I know I like them going into the year because I said the division. I know
you hit their overs. You already hit
the overs already. I did, but I still don't think this team's that good. I mean, we saw last week against the Saints. I mean, they looked awful, and the Bucs they've looked brutal too, man. I mean, you start off 6-2, they've lost they're 6 of their. I don't even know what is their record. Really,
7-7 now.
Yeah, man. So it's been absolutely brutal. Bad loss for some reason. Kirk Cousins comes to play every year against the Falcons.
Against the Bucs.
Or Bucs, yes.
Remember was it last year?
Yeah, 500 yards or something. He just comes to show his A game. With that said, though, I think this Bucs team's just full with a lot of veterans. They're not going to lose this game. They will not lose this game. They're healthy now. Mike Evans looked great in his return. Bucky's healthy. That Bucky, Sean Tucker, duo right there, that's really nice. I know his defense is bad, and I know Bryce Young looks better at home, but still, I think the Bucs take away the win here.
Yeah, Bryce Young and the Panthers, they are a lot better at home, but they're still not a good football team. The Bucs are the better team, and like you said, the Panthers are more young. A lot of young guys playing not playing bad. The Bucks are a veteran-led team that knows what it takes to win, knows what it takes to win divisions. They're not going to let it slide here. I mean, you played the Panthers twice in these last 3 weeks of the season. You can't start it off with the loss and have a chance to lose out on your division because you aren't getting a wild card out of here. So if you want to make the playoffs, you got to win that division. Baker and that offense, it's not going to let it happen. The Bucks are going to win, cover this 3 on Sunday. Next game we got is now in the afternoon slate as the Jacksonville Jaguars are going on the road against the Denver Broncos, where the Broncos are a 3-point favorite.
This is a tough game here, Caden. Both teams. This is probably the toughest game of the week for me. Trevor Lawrence, man, have a day last week. What do you have? 5 touchdowns, just
6 total, I think.
6 total, like insane week. And he's been playing really good football over the last month and a half. This Jacksonville team has, man. I mean, who would have thought going into the year that their wide receiver one, they're like, oh, is it gonna be Hunter or Thomas?
Jacoby Myers.
Jacoby Myers, man. He's looked great since being there. Defense is coming alive here, man. I think Jacksonville's gonna be able to cover this one. Win is gonna be tough, but usually the Broncos play They usually play tight games. Surtain a little beat up last week. I don't know what his status is going into next week.
I assume he's fine.
Yeah, because he did come back, so I'm sure he's good. But still, give me Jacksonville. Give me the hotter team. I mean, they're both hot, but Jacksonville.
The hotter team. The Broncos have won 11 straight.
Yeah, that's it. It ends this week.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. The Broncos are better defensively. I still don't believe or have faith in Trevor Lawrence as a quarterback. I do expect Pat Surtain, Riley Moss, someone to intercept him. The best D-line in football is the Broncos. I expect them to put a lot of pressure on Lawrence in this game, be able to stifle any really attempts for ETN in the run game. And while I do agree it will be close throughout, I do, especially when that fourth quarter comes, that's when that Broncos offense has seemed to look its best. That's when Bo looks his most poised and in control. I do think the Broncos will come in at home, be able to win that game, cover the 3, kind of even cement themselves a little further for that 1 seed. Next game we got, big one for both teams, as the Pittsburgh Steelers are going on the road against the Detroit Lions, or the Lions, if I remember right, Dwyer, they have to win out or they're eliminated. So, and they at home are a 7-point favorite.
Caden, this is a very weird game too. I think, Lions have just been we think they're so much better than they have than what their record shows. We were saying last week, we thought that they were the best team in the NFC, still, or at least last week. Lost against the Rams, tough one, man. Thing that scares me with this Lions team, I love the offense, I do, but man, this defense is awful, man. They give up points.
They give up points.
Everybody, man. And Steelers, I kind of like them here. I do. I'm going to be going with the Steelers here. Monday night, they played a Dolphins team that's been actually kind of hot as of recently. And really,
except they can't play in the cold.
They cannot play in the cold. No, they cannot.
Tua does not know what a cold weather game feels like.
For sure. But even with, man, I mean, Aaron Rodgers, man, what do you have? He was 23 of 27 passing.
He looked good.
He looked great. And, Steelers are just a tough football team, man. They're like the same team every year, it feels like. But I don't know. I feel like a win like last night, I feel like that's kind of a statement game for not a statement as in for the rest of the league, but I feel like inside morale, it kind of gets the guys going here, They had that big win against the Ravens a couple weeks ago. And I think they could be an upset here and take down the Lions here on the road.
I just don't see the Lions season ending this week. The Steelers are weird because, you give that defense all that money. The start of the year, they were terrible. They've been looking better as of late, but they still aren't a great defense. And I do think the Lions are going to be able to put up points. And if this is going to be a high-scoring game, I just have a lot more faith in this Lions team than I do this Steelers because the Steelers, what helps them is being able to run the ball, be methodical on their drives. And the bad Lions D, it's more, you'll get some big plays and quicker scoring drives, not long sustained. And in a game like that, it does, in my eyes, favor the Lions. I think at home, too, in the Dome, Goff plays much better there, too. He's going to come in. That offense is going to put up enough points. They're going to win and cover the 7. Now, Dwyer, let's get on to our primetime games. Is on Sunday Night Football. We got the New England Patriots going on the road against the Baltimore Ravens, where the Ravens are a 3-point favorite.
Wow, man. So, last week was a weird one, man, for this Patriots team. I mean, how did you lose that?
That was
How'd you,
terrible.
that hurt.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Interesting DPI calls, I will say. Marcus Jones intercepts the ball, and somehow that's defensive pass interference. And then the Carlton Davis one, where his palm's on his side, no grab, no jersey tug. Somehow that's sure, whatever.
Yeah. Very weird. Even still, though, I still think the Patriots are a better football team than Bills. You know, I think they just kind of collapsed, but like, it's gonna happen to teams, man. With that said, they're dogs against this Ravens team. I know the Ravens took care of the Bengals last week. I think they shut them out. Yeah. But I also think that Bengals team, I think this is kind of the story of the Bengals kind of just collapsing more than the Ravens rising. I mean, put up only 24 points against that Bengals defense, which is like a good amount, but like we've been saying, harping week after week, this is like one of the worst defenses we've ever seen, you know, in the last 10 years at least. And this Patriots team, I think they'll come back. I mean, being dogs here, I love them in this spot. Yeah, man, it's just, I think this is a good bounce back week for the Patriots here. I think they're still one of the best teams in the NFL.
Hey, I do agree with that. Yeah, awful collapse last week. I mean, the offense couldn't do anything in that second half really besides Travion. And then you go into this one, Ravens. Like you said, they looked great last week against the Bengals, but I do think it's more just kind of the Bengals just being done. Burrow saying a bunch of weird things. He's checked out. Who knows what's going on there? So, while the Ravens defense has been playing a lot better over these last handful of weeks in the start of the season, they still aren't, I don't think, anything special. And Lamar's still in that little bit of a funk that we've seen him. I mean, he looked fine against the Bengals, but that's also the worst defense in football. You get a better defense here in the Patriots. I think it's going to be interesting to see if Milton Williams is back for New England too. It is huge because that's a big piece they've been missing at defensive tackle to really help stifle Derrick Henry in that run game. That'll be interesting. If that happens, you might see the line shift a little like to the 2.5, 2. But even still, I like the Patriots at 3. It's good value. I think they will come in, win this game, just really kind of set themselves up to win this division. And now our Monday night game. We got the San Francisco 49ers. They'll be going on the road against Phillip Rivers and the Indianapolis Colts, where the Niners are a 6.5-point favorite.
Yeah, Caden. I mean, Phillip Rivers, we saw him back. I mean, for being the circumstances around that game, he played great. I know I saw like people like grading the performance. I'm like, yeah, that's you got a great. That's a good performance, man. For everything around it. I mean, heck, they should have won that football game. They really were. I mean, they're right there.
Dude, you can't get a go-ahead field goal with 54 seconds left, and then you give up a field goal like that.
Yeah,
you let them get it like that.
It was like Swiss cheese that last drive there for the Seattle offense there. Yeah. So and like you can't blame that on Phil Rivers at all. He played a great day. You know, I'm not blaming that pick on. You know, like, he played I don't want to say flawless game, but you know what I mean. He played he played pretty much as good as he can play, I think, is the fair way to say it. But this will be my lock of the week. I'm going to be going against the Colts here. 6.5 is just, it's too little, man. It's still Phillip Rivers. You know, last week, Seattle had to pull back the old tapes from like 5 years ago to see tape. Now we got some fresh tape on Phillip Rivers. I mean, he looks so old back there. In this 49ers offense, I mean, we talk about the Seahawks and we talk about the Rams, but like, the 49ers they're a really good team too. They're very sneaky. They haven't had Brock Purdy for a lot of the year, and Mac Jones came in and did a great job performing like in his absence. But Brock Purdy's came back. He looked great last week, and I get it was against Tennessee. But this offense, I mean, they're kind of getting healthy. I mean, Kittle's banged up for a while. You got him back. You got Jennings. You have Pearsall. I mean, they're kind of getting healthy at the right time here. And yeah, it's just, again, I think they're going to put up points, which the Colts aren't going to be able to do. So
exactly, your last point there. The Niners' offense is not too good. I mean, we did say that last week about Seattle. We thought that offense was going to be too good for the Colts to be able to withstand, and then somehow they held that offense to 18 points. But even still, in this matchup, another week of Phillip, that offense is not going to be able to do too much offensively. And the Niners, they do put up points. You still got your McCaffrey, Kittle, like you were saying. Now, offense is healthy now, so you're able to kind of fully unload that Kyle Shanahan offense, that style. That works very well. They're going to put up points. The Colts are just not with Phil. Like, Phil, he's okay back there, but he's not going down to lead a bunch of touchdown drives. So the Niners minus 6.5 on Monday night. And then that was your lock of the week, Dwyer. My lock of the week is one where I don't understand why this team's an underdog. The LA Chargers are in Dallas on Sunday, and the Cowboys are a 1.5 point favorite. My lock of the week is the Chargers plus 1.5. Why are they underdogs against a bad Cowboys team that just gave up 31 points to J.J. McCarthy? The Chargers are much better offensively. Their defense is as good, if not, I'd say maybe a little better than this Vikings defense. And the Cowboys basically are dead now after that loss. They have basically nothing to play for. Why are they underdogs? I don't get it. Chargers plus 1.5, Chargers on the money line all day.
And missing somebody or something? That's so weird.
Herbert's there, Marion Hampton.
They're just saying because like, they don't think the offense is going to be able to keep up the Dallas offense. That's got to be it,
yes.
Right? Yeah, I like that.
They just beat the Chiefs last week.
Yeah.
They're still fighting for the division. I
what
don't
do you think?
get
I want to
it.
ask you about that too. What do you think about Mahomes going down?
I mean, it sucks, but
For sure. Do you think
like
he's going to be back like week 1 next year?
it's interesting with the ACL. I bet maybe start of October.
Okay.
If I had to guess, I'd say he's probably back start of October, and we see. I don't know who we see start the season for them. I do know we get Minshew now, though.
I know.
Minshew Mania, baby.
Yeah, sir. Yes, sir.
The GOAT is back.
Yeah. You think Kelsey retires after this year now? Officially? Calls it quits after this one?
That could be.
You know, like, does he want to push it again? I mean, this is a bad year. I can't believe this. We're not going to see the Chiefs in the playoffs here, man. I think since 2014, I'm like, holy crap, this is just weird.
Alex Smith, and then Mahomes took right over.
Wow. I just wanted to bring that up because we saw a lot of guys go down this week between Parsons, him, Devontae Adams he's out week to week too. So it's like a lot of. I mean, it's that time of the year. It's getting towards the end. Guys are beat up, so it makes sense. But yeah.
Yeah, the non-contact though with Micah's was.
Oh yeah, that one sucks. That one, and like those edge rushers, like we saw what's his name, Hutchinson. Like some of those guys that get those injuries, those pass rushers, it's tough. It's like that's like a hard one to come out of because you're going full force into big dudes doing that. And yeah, I mean, do you think that kills the Packers' like chance at winning the Super Bowl with him going down?
It hurts it a lot.
Yeah.
Because he's their best defensive player.
By far. Mm-hmm.
By far.
Yeah.
So, it's going to be interesting. We got big games this week. Hopefully, some good playoff games because round 1 last year was pretty bad for the playoffs. So let's hope we get a very good, first 4 games this week. Then we'll get the next 4, obviously, next Wednesday, Thursday. Not next week, 2 weeks, my bad. Wednesday, Thursday on the New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. So we've got a lot of good college football to look at. We're getting towards the end of the NFL season. So playoffs are it's getting great. It's that nice time of football season, Dwyer.
Yeah, for sure. Every game's meaningful,
Every game matters, 100%. Well, do you have anything else before we do depart today?
No, okay. At least we're switching up this week. Not a lot of the same picks.
Yeah. Hey, college 3 or 4 different and multiple different in the NFL. So
yes, sir.
We can't. Well, I mean, I guess we could even out, but still, things are going to be different.
Yep.
Things are going to be different. Well, thank you guys all for watching today's episode of the Untouchaballs podcast. If you have not already, hit that subscribe button down below, like the video as well, and comment what is your guys' lock of the week for the NFL. Who do you think is the most undervalued spread? Turn on post notifications so you never miss an upload of the Untouchaballs podcast, and share this with your friends, family, strangers, neighbors, anything like that. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Peace.